Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here. Super excited. I actually haven't been to a Lego store in forever, and we are back. So, we're going to take a look at the store, see if there's anything that they have interesting, and I'm really excited. There's a few things that I'm looking for, but I'm mainly looking for parts to fill my pad wall. So let's check it out.
All right, guys. So here we are at the front of the store, and to be honest, first looks it looks very bare. Blank white wall. Not a whole lot of builds. We have a couple Ninjago sets. Really looking forward to that new Ninjago modular. It looks amazing. But coming over here, they're very spread out. I'm not sure what the design concept of it is, but very spread out, very blah. There's not a whole lot going on to it. But overall, the builds that they do showcase are pretty cool. I really love the fountain. I really love, the look of all the builds. I don't know that I would necessarily buy them, but hey. Coming over to the Duplo section in the store, as you can see, the store looks pretty empty. The shelves are pretty empty as well. You've got a couple holes, and that was kind of the theme going into the entire store. I mean, they have not a lot actually inventory as far as inventory. I'm not sure. This was filmed on a Tuesday, just after a holiday on May the 27th. Just before June 1st big releases, so maybe they are keeping these shelves empty in anticipation of those builds, but there's a lot of empty shelves, and then when you look at some of the builds, it's a lot of duplicate sets. Coming over to the build a minifigure, great pieces, great hair pieces. I was looking at some of them in here, and some of the green bunnies and kind of spring color ones, which were really cool. Always fun to look at all the faces and the minifigure heads. You got feet and torsos. These weren't too full, to be honest. I mean, they were full enough, but they weren't like overflowing like they normally are. Coming around to the other side, I was actually really excited because in this one, there's a lot of printed tiles and there's the cockatoos, which I was really excited for. I did ask the staff if I could do 15 items like other stores, and they said a profound no. Coming over to this center column, not much there, to be honest. A lot of empty shelves yet again. Really, really weird. There wasn't anybody in the store. If you look around in the background, there wasn't anybody in the store other than staff, and they were just kind of lounging around, walking around remotely. There was one employee building the minifigure gumball machine or whatever it's called that should be coming out or was going to come out on June 1st. So it appears that they did have some new sets coming in, or at least in the back, but for whatever reason, they just weren't stocking anything. As far as on the BAM wall, or PAB wall, sorry, uh, not bad as far as parts here and there. Some of these bins were actually fairly empty. I was very, very surprised. They just hadn't stocked them or something from the weekend. I'm not exactly sure, but everything was swept and cleaned and nice and pretty. It's just there wasn't a whole lot that was full. As far as the parts, they kind of duplicate. Some of them are just kind of basic. I know they have their 1/3 rule, but I mean, I don't know. It was just blah. And then again, you have some empty bins with the staff just kind of hanging out. I mean, this was I came to the store and it was about, I want to say, 12 or 12:30. Again, not much going on. Nobody in the store. Coming over to the city section, really cool sets. I'm actually excited for some of them. The donut car, but again, empty shelves, double the sets so that it looks full and it's not. Kind of disappointing. It kind of, and the mood in the store overall, it was kind of somber. It was very, very blah and sad overall. I mean, again, they kind of spread out the sets or more the same sets over and over again, just so that it looked full, but you could really tell that it wasn't. And again, all of the center columns, like a lot of empty space. I mean, maybe they had a blowout over the weekend. I'm not exactly sure what's kind of going on. It was very depressing. Uh, Very depressing. So, I don't want to keep harping on it, but it's hard not to because I've never seen a store like this to where it just seemed like the staff didn't care. They weren't stocking shelves, they weren't filling space other than just to fill space. As you can see here, the Ninjago display is completely empty. You would think that they'd have something in there, which is very surprising that they don't. Coming over to the dream section again, that's kind of full, which is great, except for that section there. It's very hit and miss. And then my passion is always the Marvel sets, and it just kind of was blah. I mean, again, some empty space. The displays that weren't there. You've got double builds showcased, all of that kind of fun stuff. I'm not a big Star Wars person, but it was kind of the same as far as Star Wars. Empty space down at the bottom, which is understandable because those are for bigger sets. But as you get to the top, empty space, empty space. Coming down through again, duplicate sets, understandable because those are the bigger sets. But again, like over here, it was remarkable how much they duplicated everything. I mean, it was just duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. It was shocking. And this whole time, and maybe it might have been because I was filming, not a single staff member came up to me to see how I was doing, if I was looking for anything, up until after I passed the builder. It was very surprising. You'll see later in the video where one of the employees actually comes towards me, and that's who came up to me. But ultimately, I mean, there was nobody in the store other than myself and staff. And you can see that they could have easily been stocking shelves. Maybe they didn't have the stock, not exactly sure. It was one of the more depressing times I've actually gone to the Lego store. I mean, even the flowers are just kind of bent, sprayed out. It was just really, really weird. Really, really weird. And again, there was like 4 employees. Um, as you can see, he was kind of walking toward me, and that's when he asked me if I needed any help or anything.
All right, guys, have to be honest, was a little disappointed. Not much there. I mean, obviously they had a few things that I liked and would want, but absolutely nothing on the pab wall. In fact, most of the pab wall parts were the same, just a different color. It's pretty much as if they didn't care. A lot of shelves were empty. A lot of the center consoles or columns were empty. I know we just came off of a holiday weekend, but I mean, it's a Tuesday morning. So yeah, the staff was kind of not so friendly. On the pab wall, or not on the pab, on the BAM, they actually had the the parakeets, I think they're called, which I wanted to get some. Usually they allow you to do 15 parts or 3 minifigures. They were adamant no, it had to be 3 minifigures. And when they had actually, I think his name was Greg or something, he seemed like a shift leader of some kind, and he was like, are other stores doing that? And I'm like, yeah, all across the nation and around the Southern California area, they're doing it. And he was like, well, which stores? And I was like, well, if you're saying it's against the rules, I'm not going to point anybody out. And he was like, well, I'm going to let my district manager know, because, and kind of almost like kind of got on my case about it, and was not very friendly. So that's very disappointing. And like I said, the store, there was pretty much nobody in there. Yeah, I mean, this is the store that I went to is an outlet store in Ontario, California, and there was no outlet items. They usually have the returns and stuff. They technically did have like 4 sets. It was most of them were the same Duplo set, and then there was one holiday set. But ultimately, very disappointed in this store, and quite frankly, that's kind of why I stopped going to this particular Lego store, which is my closest store. Like I said, it's very disappointing. There's not much there. They weren't very friendly at all. I think one guy did ask me which column was my favorite, and I was like, not really any of them. But other than the BAM, which is build a minifigure. But yeah, you know, Lego stores are kind of going down. I am excited to announce that later this year we are going to be doing a multiple Lego store, tour like we did a couple years ago. Going to visit, I think, 8 Lego stores. We're going to try to hit 10 Brix and minifigure stores here in Southern California and see how all that goes. But hopefully those ones are better than this one. But yeah, just kind of disappointed. So anyway, that'll do it. If you like this kind of content and want more, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to sign up for memberships and check out the merch and all that kind of fun stuff. But there you have it, guys. My honest opinion. I love Lego, but I'm gonna call a duck a duck. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on 36 Brix. Did you like that video? Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my content and want more, please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts. Want to see more? Check out this video. Or, well, shit, maybe this video. That video. Check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. And if you want to hang out during live streams, come do that too. Thanks for watching.